Hey guys, greetings from a very, very cold White House. It's about 30 degrees out and I'm really cold. Let's go see how our ladder. And okay, well, we put some drain holes in here to get rid of the rain, but didn't take care of the snow. You guys are wondering how much snow we got? About 3 inches. So we're setting up for this photo, if it actually takes place. Maybe it will. Marines have their jacket. There's gonna be a cameraman. There's gonna be a camera dude there. Maybe I should just go over here. This is better. Better angle. Okay. Let's get inside where it is warm. Okay, we had a press briefing. I'm gonna check that it's over. Yeah, it's over. Let's go.
Thank you all for being here. We had a productive meeting, I think, with House and Senate leaders. The President was very forthright. I told the President what I have been saying for many months, and that is that we must have change at the border, substantive policy change. We documented 64 instances where the President took executive action or his agencies took action to create the current catastrophe that we have at the border, a national security and a humanitarian catastrophe. And I articulated that to the President in the meeting now. We understand that there's concern about the safety, security, sovereignty of Ukraine, but the American people have those same concerns about our own domestic sovereignty and our safety and our security. We have talked about the necessary elements to solve this problem. We passed our bill and it has critical elements. It's a restoration of the Remain in Mexico policy. It is the end of catch and release. It is reform to the broken asylum and parole systems. We're not insistent upon a particular name of a piece of legislation, but we are insistent that the elements have to be meaningful. The House is ready to act, but the legislation has to solve the problem, and that's the critical point.
Mr. Speaker, as long as the President continues calculus on negotiations. Do you see any new ideas when it comes to border policies?
Sir, does the status quo?
Well, thank you very much. It was a very good meeting and a very positive meeting. There was a large amount of agreement around the table that we must do Ukraine and we must do border. There was tremendous focus on Ukraine and an understanding that if we don't come to Ukraine's aid, that the consequences for America around the globe would be nothing short of devastating. And within a year, we would be on our back foot doing all kinds of things that we wouldn't want to do. That it was essential, and there was Democratic and Republican agreement that it was essential we help Ukraine. We also talked about the border and how it's so important to deal with the border. The President himself said over and over again that he is willing to move forward on border. And so we said we have to do both. There were a couple of people in the room who said, let's do border first. We said we have to do both together. In the Senate, and let me make one more point. The only way we will do border and Ukraine, or even either of them, is bipartisan. You cannot do things with one party in a divided Congress. And so anyone who says, any party that says do it my way or no way, we're not going to get anything done. And I think there was broad agreement in the room that we had to do this in a bipartisan way. Speaking in the Senate, we are making really good progress. I am more optimistic now that we can come to an agreement on border and Ukraine in one package along with aid to Israel, along with humanitarian aid for the Palestinians in Gaza, and along with helping us in Indochina. I am more optimistic than ever before that we've come to an agreement. I put the chances a little bit greater than half now. And that's the first time I can say that. And so we hope to fund the government this week. And then if we can come to an agreement, we haven't come to an agreement yet in the Senate, move very quickly on the supplemental very shortly thereafter.
What was the president's response?
Thank you, Leader Schumer. Thankful to President Biden for convening the legislative leadership from both the House and the Senate. It was very positive, forward-looking, candid discussion about the issues of importance to the American people. First and foremost, that funding the Ukrainian war effort is in America's national security interests. And it's important that we sustain the effort, not simply just for the good of the Ukrainian people, though they are allies of the United States, and that's incredibly important. But it is urgently necessary that we continue to support the Ukrainian effort for the good of the free world, for the good of democracy, and for the good of America's national security interests. And there was broad agreement on that point. As Leader Schumer has indicated, there was also an openness to, in a bipartisan way, addressing the situation at the border. It has to be bipartisan. It has to be reasonable. It has to be effective. It has to be consistent with American values.
Thank you.
Getting closer to an agreement, sir?
Okay, Marine's still there. It's late, but that means Biden is still in the Oval Office. It is cold. They're doing a live shot there. We, on the other hand, have to go pick up the kids. You can see all the snow that's here. Sorry I didn't get a chance to go out, but you gotta understand, it's freezing cold. I didn't even get a chance to go to the museum. Tomorrow's gonna be a much busier day. We've got a helicopter departure in the morning. The vice president is speaking in the afternoon, and we definitely are gonna get something warm to eat. But for now, we're gonna have to sign off from the White House in the snow. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I will see you tomorrow.